Hello and welcome once again to the video series Challenge Accepted, where you, the viewers, leave comments for the next video suggestion. Whatever the challenge may be, the comment with the most likes by making it in the top comment spot will be the next Challenge Accepted video. With that being said, let's get started. Once again, Deadfoe77 came up with another clever idea for a video, which was suggestion that I've never seen before. Make a video of a round with the M24. You must make no-scoping kills. This time, knife kills are allowed. Secondary weapon, M9 if you need that. No deagle because it's easy. Map equals small maps, like Sharqi or Basra. Thumbs up for Shad, because I don't cry about thumbs. Good luck, winky face. So thank you very much, Deadfoe, once again for the awesome suggestion, as well as you 55 others who liked his idea. So with that being said, let's get started. First of all, for those of you that don't know about no-scoping kills, especially with a sniper rifle, it is extremely difficult when using bolt-action sniper rifles. One of the things I did for this challenge was I decided to take off the regular sniper scope just for the simple fact that I knew I wasn't going to be able to use it, and put on the actual rapid aim red dot sight because it actually helped keep me in tune with the fact that I needed to focus on getting no scope kills, as well as not having this entirely gigantic scope that I wasn't going to be able to use to take up most of my screen. So I was able to get a little bit better of a field of view when running around the map. Of course, I did have the M9 equipped just in case, but I don't think I actually use it at all in this round. I pretty much stick with doing no-scoping kills and the knife. For those of you that are interested in doing no-scoping with the M24, one of the tactics that I went through and got in the habit of doing was before each no-scope shot, I would crouch because it would lessen the bullet deviation for each shot. And the other thing that I noticed is that a lot of the times the bullet would go down into the right of where there would actually be a crosshair at if you were just using the hip fire only for this gun. If you just pretend that there's a crosshair there, you would just aim down into the right a little bit. It seems to go like off into that area, even though it's still a very big deviation. It's just where I noticed that it was going, so a lot of the times you'll see a lot of the shots go down the bottom right, and I would actually land an enemy kill. Of course, the bolt-action sniper rifles in this game, when just firing from the hip, the reason why they're inaccurate, of course, is due to balancing in the game. It wouldn't necessarily be very fair if people were running around and no-scoping you and able to pop off headshots at closer ranges, even though it would make sense in real life that somebody would be able to do that. It just does add a good element of balance in the game, especially for playing a recon. So whenever doing no-scoping shots, you definitely want to be close to your target as possible. And of course, I wouldn't even suggest attempting doing a headshot unless you know you can make it and you're like right up in their face, like barrel to face. Otherwise, it's suggested just to aim for the center mass of your target as best as possible whenever firing no-scope. One of the nicer things about using the M24 for no-scoping is the simple fact that you cycle the bolt a lot faster in comparison to some of the other sniper rifles between each shot, so you do get the quicker draw in most circumstances. Another interesting thing with no-scoping shots too is that, like I said, they're very inaccurate, and sometimes the registry on those shots make absolutely no sense at times. Like, I've even seen it to where I make a shot and it shows the actual vapor trail of the shot, like going to the far left when my enemy is like clearly on the right, and somehow I land like a headshot on him. Like, sometimes it doesn't make sense. And it works the other way around too. I've seen the vapor trail and blood spray from the enemy's body or face, and it doesn't register the shot. So it's just, I wouldn't say it's buggy. It's just the sniper rifles, especially the bolt action ones, are not designed for you to be able to use them effectively just by no scoping. One of the things you do not want to do with the M24, especially if you're just using it as hip fire and no-scoping shots, is jumping around the corner and firing, or even jumping and firing in general. You're just definitely multiplying that deviation of the bullet when you're first firing your shot to go literally not where you want to go at all. I mean, you have like a 1% chance of literally landing a shot on your enemy unless you're like right on top of them. And even then, if you're right on top of them, it's just a 50% chance. And the reason why I say that is because the vapor trail you know, and the actual bullet can go to each corner of your screen, and that's how much of a deviation it has when you're jumping and firing. So when you're making those types of shots by jumping around the corner, you might as well just pick one of the corners on your screen and pretend like you're playing Foursquare and just hope to God that you make a right choice. And then hope and pray even more that you land a headshot doing it. All in all, I'm going to have to say that no-scoping with the M24, even though it was very frustrating at times, it's a very respectable challenge and it was pretty fun. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the flippy flop. And keep your challenge ideas coming. Surprise bonus content! Pretty much what this stuff is just a couple of clips that didn't make it into the final video just because I fudged up in one way or another by not sticking to the challenge. So this clip here, to make a long story short, it was a bit of a good round because I got a knife and then the no-scope there, but then I encountered a guy with an MG36, which I knew I was going to be able to get a no-scope kill, so I got frustrated, scoped in, and shot him in the face. This shot here I thought was a fairly impressive distance, making a no-scope shot. This clip here is a good example showing how buggy no-scopes are even if you're right up on your enemy. Sometimes the shots just do not register. Okay, and that's all for the bonus content that I wanted to show you for the no-scoping with the M24, so I'll see you all in the next video.